Shannon Sharp. Good morning, guys.
Lord have mercy.
Whoa! How you doing?
A lot of stuff going on over
You
here.
like
I gotta
that,
sit
Skip?
back here.
Yeah, a little something,
Yeah.
you know.
I felt like that should have been maybe your Friday look.
Nah,
Up to St. Patrick's Day.
I was waiting on old LeBron to do something. You know, it's hard to get a date last minute for St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
But you willing to go out with it.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
So they finally won a game against the Bulls?
Don't do that, Skip.
And you're
Skip,
actually
don't do
gloating about it?
Skip, don't do that.
Whew.
How
are
you doing
Shannon?
today, Skip?
Boy, I'm ready.
Just. So I'm glad to see you. Anytime you look over like you like my ensemble. So once I get you,
I didn't say I liked it.
He's acknowledging it. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Let's get started in the NBA. Things are getting crazy out west. The Rockets now have a 3-game lead over Golden State, and the Warriors are dealing with major injuries to their stars. The Blazers, the hottest team in the league right now. They've won 13 straight to move to the 3rd seed in the West and are up 2 games on the 4th seed Thunder. OKC beat the Raptors in Toronto yesterday thanks to another triple-double from Russell Westbrook. After the game, Russ talked about the playoff push.
Russ, you're setting up guys early, you're attacking late, another triple-double. You seem like a man on a mission today. What were you hoping to achieve out here?
I am a man on a mission. We got to take care of business. This time of the year, it's time to turn up a notch. And, like I always said, man, I'm just thankful and blessed to be able to go out and play. And every time I go on the floor, I try to give it all I have.
Shannon, who is the biggest threat to Golden State in the West?
The Golden State Warriors' health. Klay Thompson will be evaluated on the 22nd. They say Steph is going to be evaluated, say, in the next couple of days. Now KD is out, Skip, for 2 weeks. So all that withstanding, they're healthy. No one's beating them. But if I got to pick a team, and I think for the sake of this conversation, you want me to pick a team, I'm going to say the Houston Rockets. Because I believe over the course of 48 minutes, they will get great guard play. Chris Paul and James Harden. James Harden is playing out of his mind. He leads the NBA in scoring. I think he's 3rd in assists. He's even rebounding the ball. Yesterday, he got a block shot, Skip. Last time you heard block shot and James Harden in the same breath.
And he also leads on getting fouled, shooting 3-point.
Oh, my God.
Go ahead. Yeah.
He got me upset yesterday because James Harden complained to the official about a non-foul call. Dude shoots 15 free throws a night, and one time they possibly miss one, he's complaining. But, Skip, the thing that they can do that very few teams can do, especially in the playoffs, Chris Paul is a great defensive point guard. Trevor Ariza can play great defense. P.J. Tucker can play defense.
Yes, he can.
Clint Capella can play the post. Now, he's a little undersized when it comes to Big Adams, but Adams is a different monster. So I believe the Houston Rockets, all that being was said, Chris Paul and James Harden, if they stay on this current place, they'll be, I think, the second teammates to average 8 assists or more for an entire season. Magic Johnson, Norm Nixon did it, 81-82. And I think John Lucas and Johnny Moore did it with the San Antonio Spurs back in the early 80s.
Oh, that's a blast from the past.
Exactly. So this doesn't happen often. So what you're going to get, you're always going to be in great shape. You don't have to worry about, man, who's going to initiate the offense if Chris Paul's off the floor? James Harden. If James is off the floor, who's going to initiate the offense? Chris Paul. And James Harden, again, down the stretch, Skip, he was spectacular. Step back 3 with 30 seconds. He got an alley-hoop lob to Capella. He's playing unbelievable. So with that being said, and I love what Russ is playing out of his mind again. But if you tell me he's going to have, we seen him have a triple-double last year against the Rockets, and they got the doors blown off him. Like you like to say, you and Rob Parker, a gentleman sweep. They lost it.
I don't say that.
Yeah, you do. Oh, yeah, you said
I just say they got swept in 5. It's not even gentlemen.
Yeah,
You just got your butt swept.
Yeah, because you like to use that against somebody else we know, but I ain't going to say no name. He averaged a triple-double. One game he had, 50, 52, 53 points in a triple-double, and they lost. If you tell me that he's going to shoot this efficiently, 15 or 22, and Steven Adams is going to give you 25 and be a monster on the board, and Paul George is going to be efficient, and Melo will be 3 or 4 from 3, I say, Skip, you got a great chance. They'll probably take them 7 games and lose, but I don't believe that's going to happen. So with all that, to get right back to my original point, the Houston Rockets is the team outside of the Warriors, their health. The Rockets are the team that's most likely to challenge them for the Western Conference.
I hear all that you just said, but I got a feeling. After I watched yesterday Russ and company dismantle, as you call them, what are they? The
baby dinosaurs.
Baby dinosaurs.
Yep.
up in Baby Dinosaur's own Jurassic Park, right? I just said.
And DeRozan got fouled, too. He did get fouled, Skip. You know it. Tell the truth, Skip.
Yeah, he got fouled. But again, that wasn't why they lost that game. The Thunder were why they lost that game. And the Thunder, by the way, have now swept the Raptors this year. No huge deal. But they've done a lot of other stuff. And I am starting to see and feel Russ's revenge. And I'm not talking about over Golden State or Houston. I'm talking about over Kevin Durant. I'm just starting to feel it. Remember last year? What did Russ post on social media that he was watching Sister Act 2 while KD was winning MVP of the finals over LeBron James, thereby declaring himself the best player in basketball. But we'll leave that alone for another day. But I'm starting to sense this could be Brother Act 2, where all of a sudden Russ gets his moment over his former brother, Kevin Durant, and Russ gets his finals moment over LeBron James. Because there's something about these Thunder that I love. There's something, I don't love it when they play down to the level of their opposition, which they have done all year long. And so they're going to, their schedule's actually good because it's tough going all the way home. So I don't think they're going to be able to stoop to a defeat where it'll put them in any jeopardy. But if you look at the great things they've done all year, they beat Golden State twice already, and they beat them bad. They beat them by 17 at home and by, 20 at Golden State? Then they beat Houston by 5 on Christmas Day. As I said, they swept Toronto. They scored 148 on your LeBrons before the trades. Yeah. But still, they scored 148.
Remember what we did to them?
You went and got them. Mm-hmm. Those are like the two aberration games of the whole NBA season. The new Cavs went to Boston, destruction, and went to Oklahoma City, destruction, and now the new Cavs are 8-7. I don't know.
I mean, did you see what we trotted out there Saturday?
Yeah.
Did you see?
No, I know that was a mess. Okay. I would agree, but the Bulls are a mess too. So, and you won by what, 4 or 5, something like that?
I mean, you saw what Bron.
Okay.
Stop bringing Bron in this. Talk about.
But playing down to the level of competition this year. These Thunder, led by Russell Westbrook, who's got a chance to average a triple-double for the season again, which is
needs to average 12 rebounds a game.
You know, but he's capable, against these good teams. But they lost at Sacramento, at Dallas. They also lost Dallas at home. They lost at Orlando. They lost at Brooklyn. They lost at Phoenix. And they also lost another home game to Charlotte. These are horrendously bad losses that have put them in some standing jeopardy, although they're hanging in at the 4 spot.
And this is what concerns me, Skip, because we've seen them go on hot streaks, win 17 of 22, and then we see them lose 6 of 8. We see them lose 7 of 9. That doesn't strike me as a team that could put up serious resistance to the Golden State Warriors.
Something is happening in Oklahoma City very quietly that you might not have noticed, because I don't think a lot of people have noticed. But Corey Brewer, late of the Los Angeles Lakers, has changed life quietly in Oklahoma City because he's a better Robertson. He can actually score. He's shooting in the 6 games he started. They have won all 6 games. And Corey Brewer is making half of his three-point shots, 50%. He's averaging 14 points a game. We know Robertson's not capable of doing that. And Corey Brewer, at 6 feet 9 inches long, can defend.
Not like Robertson, but he can defend.
He's close. And for the early Lakers this year, early on, he was their go-to defender. Like that second game when Lonzo had his huge game that night at Phoenix, they put Corey Brewer from the start on Devin Booker, and he basically took him out of the game. He played hellacious defense. So this is a huge key addition to this group. And
what he gives you offensively, you're willing to sacrifice some of that defensively because we know Robertson is a liability offensively.
Okay, yeah. Well, he's just a complete liability. But Steven Adams isn't just having a good year. He's having a career year.
This dude is out of his mind.
14 and 9, both career highs. 64% from the field, which if you look at the 120 players who have 600 or more attempts on offense, shot attempts, he's number 1 in the league. 64, wow, 64%. So what does Melo bring you? What does Paul George bring you? They just bring you presence that Russ didn't have. Paul George is a better Oladipo. And I know Oladipo's had a real big bounce back year, but Paul George is just a little better. And he's a 5-time All-Star.
Right.
And obviously Melo is a 10-time All-Star
Right.
who is making 36% from three, which is the best he's shot it in about 3 years. So,
Right.
so at least he's become a
Right.
spot-up shooter. But when you play Houston in the playoffs or Golden State in the playoffs, what you have now, you have presence. You have star power. I'm not saying they're great players, but when they walk on the floor, Golden State's going to be like, oh, they're here.
Hold on. The guy that you call George Paul, all of a sudden you believe in him in the playoffs?
Complimentary star. Just a complimentary star. But he's better than all I said is he's better, a little better than Oladipo.
And what about
he
Melo?
has star quality in that he's got some cachet.
What are we going to do about Melo?
He's just out there. But he
Oh.
makes threes.
Oh, so
And you know what? He can make big shots. He will make big late shots. I think he's a clutch shooter. He always has been. I like him with the ball in his hands.
So
late
let me
in
get
the
this
game.
right. Let me get this right. You telling me a team that has a guy that you call George Paul, you call him a complimentary star, and Carmelo Anthony, who's only been to the Western Conference Finals once in his 15-year career,
And Steven Adams.
and Steven Adams. That's the team.
Corey Brewer. Yep, that's the team.
Now, if this,
Jeremy Grant coming off the bench has been pretty good.
you know what? I would buy that Corey Brewer if we're going back to the Florida days when they were back-to-back national champions.
You should buy him right now.
No, I ain't buying it.
6-0
No.
since he got in the lineup.
Skip, that's a
He's
small
changing
step.
the way. He's smart. He's savvy. He's a veteran. He's been on 6 teams. He's 32 years of age. He knows how to play basketball, and he's not afraid of anybody, including DeMar DeRozan. He's just not afraid. He'll take your best scorer, and he will make it hard on him because he's wily. He's savvy. This team is starting to take off, and you want to talk about on a mission? That guy's on a mission. That Russell Westbrook guy. He sacrificed 7 points of scoring. He went from 32 a game last year to only 25 this year just to make sure he could get George Paul in the lineup, fit him in.
He hear you talking.
No, it's okay. It's okay. That's who he is.
No, it's not.
But it's better than what do you remember anybody they had last year? Can you remember what they had?
5-time All-Star.
Yeah, okay.
And he had his team on several occasions, had LeBron going 6 games, 7 games.
So
in
thank
Eastern
you.
Conference Finals.
Thank you. You're making my case, right?
But the Golden State Warriors, Skip, stop it.
No,
you know if
I'm
they're
gonna
healthy.
start it.
You know good and well if they're
Okay,
healthy.
but they're not healthy. And I don't know. Obviously, in the end, it's like in every sport. I hate this about sports in general. The injury gods dictate the winner in the end. And right now, the injury gods are getting as tired of Golden State as maybe you and I are getting tired of.
I ain't tired of them.
You are.
Nope. I want to see round 4.
Do you? Ding, ding. Really?
Yeah, because it's going to be 2-2 after this.
Oh, please. It'll be in 5, and it'll be a quote-unquote
No.
sweep.
We got to get some players back.
Yeah?
But LeBron says, I play with who I got. Zizic. You see what he did.
He does not say, I play with
That's
who I
what he
got.
did.
He says, I don't have enough help.
No, he said, I ain't been a while.
It's been so long since I had to play without an all-star.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It's a
But he's
classic
still making
reach
it
for
happen.
injury.
Look at that roster that he trotted out there with Sunday, Skip. Saturday. You saw that.
Okay.
Corinthus is getting played.
Anybody that's not playing right now is not due back? Is anybody gone for the year?
Man, I don't know.
Gone for the year.
I don't know.
No.
I don't know when
No.
Tristan is coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know when Kevin Love is coming
He's
back.
coming back this week.
I don't know when Nance Jr. with the hamstring.
He'll be
You know
all
how
right.
Hamstrings are.
I know, but he'll be okay.
No,
He'll be
When?
okay. They'll all come back on time, and the problem might be that Golden State's all going to come back on time. Although, when Clay actually has a fracture in his shooting thumb,
Right.
that's just serious business to me.
that should be
Is it going to
concerning.
plague you the rest of the playoffs? Are you going to be able to get right back in the shooting sink and flow that you were in?
Even if Paul George and Carmelo do not play as well as they played yesterday, if you tell me Russell's going to shoot 64% and average a triple-double, I'm going to say they're going to be there. They will be there in every game. But you know that's not going to happen. Because last year, remember what he was? At one point, he was 17 or 23. He ended the game, what, Skip? 18 or 43. So you know what's capable of
He
happening.
did not have any help last year. Now he's got some serious star power.
Well,
help.
you just called a man a complimentary star. That's not a compliment.
It's okay.
No, it's not a compliment, Skip.
Yeah. And by the way, Steven Adams we couldn't find him last year.
Yeah.
He got his big money, and then he disappeared.
Yeah, he
And
won't-
I
he
can
won't more
find
big
him
money.
now.
Oh, he's playing. He's a
Yeah.
monster.
Yeah.
I think he's the only guy that has more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds.
Yeah.
He's a monster on the glass.
Yep.
Give Russ credit. He's playing as good as he did last year. considering what he now has with him, because like you said, he has to share some of the load, share a little bit of it. He's still getting the biggest piece of the pie.
Yep.
Giving Paul George and Melo a little crumb. Y'all eat that right there and be
Yep.
happy.
So look at what they do when the competition is high, when they have to take it up a level, they keep winning big games. Look what they did to Utah. Utah's really good. They beat them 3 out of 4 times. And they might have to play Utah in the first round. That's the way it would stand today, and it's probably going to change. But they can take Utah.
Yeah, I'm going to see what they're going to do with the Stifle Tower.
Yeah, well, we'll see about that. But again, I want those in Spurs Nation to know I haven't written them completely
Yes, you have.
off. Well, I just can't help it
Kawhi
because
said he ain't coming back.
I've never been more disappointed in any player I've ever rooted for than I am right now for Kawhi Leonard.
He hurt.
Yeah, he's hurt. He's hurting me is who he's hurting.
Didn't his doctor say, his doctor, not the Spurs doctors, his doctors are smarter.
All I know is that almost 7 weeks ago, the most patient and conservative medical staff in all of sports declared Kawhi Leonard healthy enough to play. They cleared him to play, and he still says he's hurt, even though last Thursday his camp was saying, well, maybe we'll try last Thursday, and he
his
didn't
doctor
try
didn't
last
clear
Thursday.
him.
Yep.
Is there such a thing? Job never had too much patience.
Yeah.
Even when he lost everything. Why?
So I still like the Spurs. They gutted it up the last 3 games and won them. They're sitting right there in the 7th spot. So right now they would be playing Golden State in round 1. If by miraculous chance Kawhi Leonard said, my mind is suddenly healed, my mind is right, because it's all in his mind,
well,
then I would have a shot.
If you don't mind me telling you, let me tell you how this is going to end. This many for Golden State, this many for the Spurs.
Probably. If he doesn't play, that's probably what would happen.
If he plays.
Yeah.
Hold on. You expect that man to come miss all but 9 games, come back in the playoffs, and somehow get his team past the Warriors? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. I'll take the Spurs tonight against Golden State for a case of dew.
Man.
I'll do it right now. You want it?
They can let me play. No, I don't want nothing. No. If you see who they're trotting out there.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, exactly, you do.
Yeah. Quinn Cook?
Yeah, Quinn Cook. And Jordan Bell.
Yeah.
Okay, Draymond, all they got is Draymond. Draymond had a nice night, but no.
You know what? I think all of a sudden the planets are aligning for Russ's revenge. I think it's just set up for it. Because in the end, you go on and on about James Harden, this, Chris Paul, that. Do you really trust him in the postseason? I do not. Do you trust that coach in the postseason? I do not.
You trust Russ?
Yep, I do.
Why?
I just do. Because he's got a little help for the first time.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, so what was Kevin Durant and James Harden?
Since Kevin left, obviously.
Okay, what about that?
Well,
They was up 3-1. He ain't have no help.
No.
Skip Bayless.
Maybe he's grown up now.
Okay, well, so he had Kevin Durant, who you proclaim is the best player in the NBA. He had Serge Ibaka.
Yep. But obviously, Kevin and Russ were a terrible fit because Kevin just couldn't stomach it. Because Russ was the point guard.
You up 3-1.
Yeah, Russ is the point guard. Russ gets to decide every time to up the floor who gets to shoot it. Am I going to shoot it? I think I'll shoot it.
It wasn't a problem when
Am I going to let Kevin shoot one? I think I'll let Kevin shoot.
This is what I'm trying to figure out, Skip. You said it was a problem. They couldn't determine who was going to shoot the ball and who was going to bring the ball up the court. But somehow they were able to get a 3-1 lead.
They were.
Okay, then what happened?
Well, you go look. I can show you exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Those two could not share the load.
Yeah.
It's your turn, my turn, and then it was nobody's turn.
They needed me to do the Heimlich.
So, yeah,
That's what they did. Gagged it off. Say what it is. Like you tell them. If it was, I could imagine. If LeBron James ever had a 3-1 lead on anybody and coughed it up, it'd be over.
Really?
Yeah, but it didn't.
He had all the momentum against Orlando that year when he hit the shot heard around the world. Then what happened?
Skip, the road team had already won the first game.
It felt like it was 3-1 going to Orlando.
No, it didn't.
It felt
feel like that.
People proclaim LeBron James the greatest player ever. He had
what?
eclipsed Michael Jordan with that shot.
You keep telling people
and
you
they
got a
lost
feeling.
4-2. 4-2.
I got some tenacity Lotrimin in my dressing room. You got that feeling. But here's the thing.
I got this feeling. This is going to be Russ's revenge year. You watch. They're going to break through.
If LeBron ever had a 3-1 lead, now we've seen guys have 3-1 leads and blow it. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. But not him.
No. Well, when has he ever been in that position? I can't remember.
No. He like to come from behind.
I know, but they're always losing some way. You know, he's 3-5 in the finals. So.
Yeah, we would have been 4-4 if we'd had Kevin Love and Kyrie that first one. Because you know we was going to win that one, Skip.
Wouldn't it be funny if after KD got his revenge over LeBron for what happened in, what was that year that LeBron broke? 2012. And then Russ, who was also on the Baby Thunder, along with James Harden. What if Russ got his revenge on LeBron?
Ain't no revenge.
So Kevin, NBA Finals MVP last year. Russell Westbrook, NBA Finals MVP this year.
That ain't gonna happen.
Wow.
I mean, if you got to go, hey, look, if you got to go join forces, I mean, if somebody, if you want to go join forces with Tom Brady to get your revenge on the Eagles, so be it. So be it.
Nobody's joining forces with Tom.
Okay, then.
Huh?
So it's over. The teams have been set. There's no more playoff rosters. This is what you have going to the
LeBron's never joined forces with anyone?
He did. But
I mean, I'm not throwing shade. It worked out well for me.
But if you don't mind me asking, were they in the playoff that year? Oh, I didn't think so.
Did he have a championship before he came there?
The Heat, if the Heat had won 73 games.
You like to do the counting thing. How many rings did LeBron have before he came to Miami?
He had none.
Oh, okay.
And how many D-Wade got now? Thanks to LeBron.
Thanks to LeBron.
Yeah.
Wait,
he had one before LeBron.
Yeah. How many
before
finals MVPs? That many?
Wait, how many rings did Ray Allen win for LeBron?
None. No. You know what, Skip, baby?
He did.
Just like Steve Kerr won one for Jordan. Him and Paxson.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait a second. Dwayne won a ring for LeBron. Then Ray Allen won a ring for LeBron.
Paxton won one. Kerr won one.
Yeah.
And then Kyrie, right?
And then Draymond won a ring for LeBron.
That's right. Stop, Skip. They played 2 more games after that.
That turned this tide.
And it turned nothing.
Huh.
You know what? I can't believe you enjoy.
John Elway tell a big lie about this quarterback situation. We'll discuss that next.